Hello everyone, my name is Rahila Aslam. I am working with COVID-19 Data Portal team. I worked on different components in COVID-19 Data Portal. Today I will give you a presentation on the technology track for COVID-19 Data Portal. These are the table of content which I will explain in my next slides. Architecture diagram for COVID-19 Data Portal, then demo for COVID-19 Data Portal, file downloader utility, then demo for file downloader utility. After that we have question answer session. This is the architecture diagram for COVID-19 Data Portal. Here we have two clients, web client and mobile client. Both are sending requests to our COVID-19 Data Portal. Front end, on front end side, it's Angular code that accept requests and send it to the backend side. On backend side, we have three main components. One is CMS. CMS is basically related to content related data. We are getting static content from here. Next, we have COVID-19 backend. On this backend project, we have Spring Boot Java application, and we have Docker for its images. We are creating images using Docker. So those images are deployed on EBA cluster. In EBA search case, we have Spring Boot Java application, and we are using Java Lucene library for search functionality. We are using Docker to build its images, and those images are deployed on EBA cluster. We have Kubernetes infrastructure for EBA search. So COVID-19 backend is getting data from EBA cluster as well as from external API data providers. EBA search is getting data from external API data providers. In this box, we are mentioning all the external data providers that we are using in COVID-19 data portal. So when a request comes through Angular front-end side, it will send it to the backend side on ABS search or COVID-19 backend, and it will call the external data provider, and data will be returned to the COVID-19 data portal. So this is the architecture for COVID-19 data portal. Next, I will move with the demo. I will give you a demo for COVID-19 data portal. I will go through the basic walkthrough of the application. This is the main landing page for COVID-19 data portal. Here you can find the quick links for different categories. You can press any of the quick link and go to the specific category. On the right side, we have the latest information regarding the COVID-19 data portal. You can say we can get the news and update on this side. I will little bit explain about those tabs. Basically, these are the links for different things, like in about you can find the information related to COVID-19 data platform. And in partner link, you can get all the partners that are behind the COVID-19 data platform. From here, you can find the all related resources with COVID-19 data portal. Next, we have frequently asked questions. In FAQ, you can get any question that you think, like how you can upload data, how you can download data. You can go there and find your answer. Bulk download, when you click on bulk download, you will go to the FTP server and you can download data from there. For submit data, you just click here and see the steps how you can upload data and submit your data. Next, I'm going with the viral sequences. From here, it's a first category for COVID-19 data portal, which I'm going to select. Viral sequences. These are the all data types under the viral sequences. Currently, sequences is selected, and these are the number of entries that we have for this data type. So here is the table in which we are showing our entries. You can see. Next, we have the different columns in that table. Some are shown and some are hidden. If you want to see the hidden columns, you need to press on this button and you can move forward to the right side and can see the hidden columns. And from the clicking by on the back side, you can go to the initial state where you where the table is. We have the edit table view option. And when I click on the edit table view option, I will be displayed with this dialog box. In this dialog box, this selected column means these are already available in the table. If you want to add new column, you just need to click here or any column that you want and click apply changes, that column will be shown into the table. And if you want to remove that column, you just need to click here, uncheck that column and apply changes. That column will be removed from the table. Next, I want to mention cross references. Currently, all the cross references are in collapsed form. If you want to see all an expanded form, you click here and apply changes. You see all the cross references are in expanded form. You can again make collapse all, apply changes, and you see all are collapsed. From here, if you want to collapse and expand to a specific column, you just go to that row and click that button. When you click here, it is expanded, and when you click see less, then it will be collapsed again. This is all about the editable view. Now I will move to the filter side. We have different filters for different, you can say, we have different filters for different type of data. Here I'm just applying the filter on collection date. I just want to see the current month data. I'm just selecting June 1st and click apply. You can see collection data is coming for just current month. From here you can clear that selection and data is come into its initial state and the filter is cleared. We have the same behavior for last modification date. We have the same behavior for release date. And so dates behavior is same. You can check with any of them. Next we have organism filter. When I click here, I'm just clicking the first one. You can see data is filtered according to that organism. One more thing, when I click here more, you can see the list of organism that have the data. So you can select any of the organism and see to that specific organism data. From here, next we have the center names. You can see we have the multiple center names here, and we also have the multiple countries there. I am selecting this center name. You can see this country data is also filtered. I am selecting here. You can see now we have only 3 countries. So I'm just selecting the Germany. You can see we have 2 record for Germany. Next, the filter is coverage. I'm just applying coverage filter. And filter is applied on the coverage, and data is only for 90 to 100 will be shown there. These are the filters for sequences data. Next, I'm moving to the download option. Here we have option. When I select here, it will select all the record on that page. We can unselect from here as well. If I want to select a specific record, I just select there and click on download. You can see here's the filters that we applied. And this is a selected result. All result are 2, and this is a format. These are the available format for a specific data type. Currently for sequences, we have 2 formats. So we can download data in 2 formats. Next, we have metadata. If you don't want to data, you just want the metadata, you just click there and click the download button. And if you don't want, you can cancel that as well. Next, we have statistic page. I already opened that statistic page. In this statistic page, you can see in nuclear sciences data, sequences data. Currently, it's in linear form. You can change it to logarithm form from here. So next we have number of country with sequences data, number of institution with sequences data. We're showing data in the form of different kind of graphs. From here you can download that data. We're showing data in the form of maps. We can download that data as well. Now we are showing the data in the form of pie chart, and you can download that as well. Next, we have phylogeny. For COVID-19 phylogenetic tree, I already opened that page as well. Here you can see the phylogenetic tree for COVID-19. Here you can apply the filter. You can select and search into that tree as well. this is all about the table behavior and download functionality and the filters. We have the same behavior for other data types. If I go with the reference sequences, we have the same table options, edit, view. We have the filters as well. Next, we have row reads. In row reads, I just want to mention, as we have different data format, then there's a list of different data format is available here. So we have the same behavior for table. Next, we have host sequences, and we have the same behavior for host sequences as well. Next, we have expressions. In expression, we have the same behavior. Next, we have proteins. In proteins, I just want to mention we are showing data in the form of images as well in the table. So from here, you can see data with image. One more thing related to search functionality, the search box is same for all categories. I'm just entering. I want to apply search on the basis of keyword that I entered. You can see all data sources are filtered according to the entered keyword. So you can see spike data is there. From here you can remove that search result, and that and the all data come into its initial state. So we come into initial state. So from here we have a list of data. Same, we are having sections, and each section have different kind of data types. And here we are having different kind of filters as well. This is all about the tabs, and each tab we have the search functionality. Next, I will move on the footer side. On footer side, I want to mention we have the API documentation here. API documentation for COVID-19 data portal. This is the base URL which we are using. And these are the query parameter. These are the parameters which we are sending in with this URL. Query. This query will be in Lucene syntax. The fields that you want to retrieve in the result, page size, page, and the size. Next, these are the endpoints. In endpoint, you can see we have category, next data sources, and then query. Basically, this is the endpoint. And which data with this endpoint we are getting is powered by, that is ENA. So here you can find all the list for sequences with the URL and with powered by. There is the host sequences and the list of URLs, and for expression protein we have a same structure, so you can go and explore by yourself as well. Okay, that's it regarding the walkthrough of the COVID-19 data portal. Okay, that's it about the demo. Next, I will move with file downloader utility. A file downloader utility is created in Java using Spring Boot. It's basically a command line utility. Basically, we are facing the issue of space. We have, as the data is growing, so we are shortage of space. We have data in place EBI clusters, so we are downloading that data into COVID-19 clusters. So as we are copying data from that one server to other, so in our case we are getting shortage of space. So we solve this problem. Anyone want download data, he just get data from the server to his disk space. So if I want to download data, I just get data from the server to my computer. So there are two ways to run that tool. One is you can provide all parameters and your download started immediately. Second is you can go with the user interaction flow. When you provide all parameter in your command, then you have to provide domain, data type, format, and location as well, where you want to save your data, and email address. This email address will be used when your download is completed. Then you will be notified through the email. And if you don't want to receive email, you just need to enter space here. No need to provide the email. So next, where this is, you can run this command. So using this command, you will go through with the user interaction flow. So I will give you a demo on user interaction flow, how we can run run that downloader utility in our computer. Here I already have the jar that I need to run. So I'm just run the command to run jar. Okay, now welcome message appear, and it's asking me what are the what you want to do. You need to press what. So for here viral sequences, you need to press 1, and for host sequences you need to press 2, and for help you need 3, and privacy for 4. And if you don't want to do anything, you press 0, and this utility will stop working. So I'm just entered 3 so that we can see what are the options available and how we can do and what are the actions available. From here you can see a list of types available, data types, and list of formats available that we can download, and the actions that we can perform. So next I will go with the first option, viral sequences. And then I selected the sequences. You can see we have the 2 formats for sequences. I entered the first one and I entered the location. Here we are validating the location. Is it the location is valid or not? And if not, then we are showing the error to the user. As I mentioned, we have the email option. If you don't want to give an email, you just need to press enter. So I am not giving an email. So here's the 2 options to start download right now, or you will create, and also you can create your script. And second option is you just create your script and will start download whenever you want. So I'm just creating the script. The script is created on the location where the jar is. So I entered the ls. You can see the script is created. So this is all about the downloader utility. You can also go through that and check and can give us your feedback. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any question, you can ask me.